Crime movies offer a snapshot into the seedy underworld of society, often with cool anti-heroes leading the way. We all love a good anti-hero. Those characters that lack any real redeeming or heroic qualities, yet somehow you find yourself rooting for the entire time. We all know some popular ones. You get it. This list specifically looks at anti-heroes in popular crime movies, and you guessed it, most of them are the criminals of their films. They're all incredible, critically acclaimed films, definitely worth your time. Welcome to Cinematic. This video is about the top 10 crime movies for anti-hero lovers. So before we start exploring each of these, I request you to subscribe to Cinematic, like and share this video, and stay tuned with us. Also follow our page on Instagram @Cinematic3 and on Twitter The Cinematic3. So the first one on this list, Dirty Harry in 1971 with anti-hero Harry Callahan.
So if I need a partner, I'll get me someone who knows what the hell he's doing. What's the matter with Frank DiGiorgio?
No way. Now you're working with Gonzalez or you're not working. Now that's straight from the 5th floor. You got it?
This classic stars one of our favorite actors turned director, Clint Eastwood, who plays a San Francisco police inspector. Harry spends the entire film trying to catch the Scorpio killer using unorthodox methods, some questionable violence, and some definite rule bending. He's not called Dirty Harry for nothing, but the inspector does get the job done. Harry is clearly an anti-hero due to his lack of virtue, but he's still the good guy of this film. Next, Solo, a Star Wars story in 2018 with anti-hero Han Solo.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
This Star Wars story centers on our favorite smuggler pilot, Han Solo. After venturing into the criminal underworld, this movie follows Han Solo as he creates his origin story. This classic character is known for being a smuggler, a pretty selfish one at that, which makes him the perfect anti-hero. Next, The Godfather in 1972 with the anti-hero Michael Corleone.
You don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that!
Fredo, you're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again. Ever.
We've all seen this classic organized crime film, but most of the focus typically lies on Marlon Brando's brilliance as Don Vito Corleone. This film made the list for none other than Al Pacino, who plays Michael Corleone. This anti-hero definitely has his flaws, yet he selflessly helps others throughout the film and demonstrates some real virtues. He may be part of the biggest crime family of his time, but we are still rooting for him the entire time. At least up till the ending and subsequent sequels. Next, Baby Driver in 2017 with anti-hero Baby.
Doc, is he retarded?
Retarded means slow. Was he slow?
No.
Then you don't sound retarded to me. He's a good kid and devil behind the wheel. What the hell else more do you need to know?
So you don't think that there's something wrong with him just not saying anything?
This film is a brilliant music-filled treat that follows a young gateway driver, Baby, as he tries to get out of working for his crime boss. Baby is quiet, hidden away in his world of music, and an incredible driver. Through romance, a doomed heist, and criminal enemies, Baby tries to free himself from his driving obligations to escape with his new lover. Baby has many redeeming qualities, but he is also making money as a gateway driver, and he does cure a human body on construction equipment. Next, Taxi Driver in 1976, anti-hero Travis Bickle.
Hi. I'd like to volunteer.
Great. I'll take you right over here.
That's all right. I'd rather volunteer there if you don't mind.
And why do you feel that you have to volunteer to me?
Because I think that you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
This classic Martin Scorsese film follows a mentally unstable veteran who becomes a nighttime taxi driver, Travis Bickle. After seeing the horrific nighttime events of New York City, he dedicates his time to helping a campaign worker and a young prostitute. Travis is more than clearly unstable, and honestly, his only redeeming quality is that he wants justice and peace in New York City. Through killing and some honestly disturbing methods, he becomes a confusing yet classic anti-hero. Next, Mad Max Fury Road in 2015 with anti-hero Max Rokitansky.
In this wasteland, I am the one who runs from both the living and the dead. A man reduced to a single instinct.
This classic adventure story takes place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland where a rebellion woman and a drifter, Max, drive through the desert in order to escape their cruel lives. Fury Road isn't exactly a conventional crime movie in terms of North American law system, but these characters are definitely breaking the laws of the new society and its leader. Next, The Boondock Saints in 1999 with anti-heroes Connor and Murphy McManus.
It was way too sloppy. Something went wrong here.
An FBI agent is on a case.
It's the beginning of the first international mob war.
And the hitmen think they're on a mission.
This film definitely flew under the radar, and we argue it deserves a ton more recognition. Two Irish Catholic brothers who become vigilantes in an attempt to wipe out Boston's criminal underworld. With a ton of violence, some cringy humor, and some amateur fillies, these two underdogs become the crime fighters of Boston. Next, Drive in 2011 with anti-hero Driver.
So you just moved to LA?
No, I've been here for a while.
What do you do?
I drive for movies.
Is that dangerous?
It's only part-time.
There's nothing he can't do.
Kid, I want you to meet Mr. Bernie Rose.
My hands are a little dirty. So am I.
Moving into the 2000s, Drive centers around a mysterious and nameless Hollywood stuntman and mechanic who moonlights as a gateway driver for a dangerous crime boss. Mysterious doesn't even begin to describe Driver, and he's honestly extremely violent and pretty emotionless, yet somehow we are rooting for him the entire time. Next, The Place Beyond the Pines in 2012 with anti-hero Luke and Avery Cross.
You know something, Luke? If you ride like lightning, you're gonna crash like thunder. I'm not gonna let you bring us both down.
Fuck that. Don't be such a fucking pussy.
No, man. It's over.
The lives of these two conflicted and layered men creates an intense film soaked in crime, romance, and violence. Both of these characters could be considered anti-heroes. This film follows Luke, who is a motorcycle stunt rider turned bank robber, in order to provide for his new family. Luke crosses paths with a rookie cop, Avery Cross, who is willing to do anything to move up in the ranks, and catching the infamous bank robber would do the trick. And now next, Pulp Fiction in 1994 with anti-hero Jules Winfield.
Marvin, what do you make of all this?
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Well, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped it?
Oh, what the fuck's happening?
Oh, man, man. Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why the fuck did you do that?
Well, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
This movie makes to this list because of Jackson's character, Jules, who is someone who manages to remain the hero even after we are introduced to him while he is murdering a group of men. He is extremely violent, but extremely capable of growth, making him the perfect anti-hero. It would be a crime to not recognize these crime movies, and I'm sure none of you wants to be the enemy of anti-heroes mentioned in the list. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do mention name of your favorite anti-hero in the comment section.